Okay, hi. Thank you for watching A Perth County Boy. I have a bit of financial headlines to read out and a message from the Green Party of Canada. And first, I'd like also to say that one headline has said that the health of Margaret Trudeau is not doing as well. Um, so, some well wishes to her. And on with the headlines. In international news from the Financial Post, anyone that's not following Financial Post might not know yet, but Hong Kong stocks hit a 1 week high as the lockdown is easing. That's the lockdown on trade due to the COVID, which a lot of these headlines and saving the email have to do with, is finance and COVID and all of those relief efforts that we're doing to help minimize the risk. Trump is announcing a new coronavirus testing today, and this is April 28th of 2020. This was announced this morning, and after, I don't know if anyone's been following the U.S., but they've had to issue warnings against from the manufacturers of the Lysol and those companies due to statements Trump had made. So I'm sure this has to do with the health concerns there. We'll look into that later. And I did have one about Conservative leader Andrew Scheer, the interim leader for the Canadian Conservative Party, was supposed to be making an announcement today, sometime this afternoon, I believe. But the news apps keep bumping out those things. So, and I did try to search for that story directly through the internet, but that was not showing much for new news from Conservatives. On with the message from Green, and it's over the past few weeks. We've watched our politicians do something truly unusual. It's something we as Greens have been calling for many years. MPs have started to work across party lines to get money into the pockets of Canadians affected by COVID-19. They're showing us what Canada can do when we join forces together to take care of everyone. And the next step is to adopt a permanent and guaranteed livable income, which is what really we need to ensure a just recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. We need to make sure that we don't go back to normal. And normal isn't good enough. Not for workers living on minimum wage, or for Indigenous peoples without clean water, adequate housing, or necessary access to healthcare. For contract workers without benefits, for students, for mothers who can't afford daycare, and for so many of us. We can't lift everyone up, but we can make sure that everyone is taken care of. And we can make poverty a thing of the past. The Green Party of Canada has long advocated for basic income, a guaranteeable livable income, or GLI, the one that will make sure no one gets left behind. While the Liberal Pandemic Relief Plan is a good start for right now, it isn't an answer in long term. And as Green MP Paul Manley told the House of Commons on Monday, this bailout isn't a bucket, it is a sieve. Too many people are still struggling. Only GLI will ensure that every Canadian has a roof over their head and food on the table. In the meantime, Green MPs are busy working with the government to produce the best best relief plan for Canada. And they stepped up to make sure that the CERB introduced strong supports for small businesses. But now they need our help to convince Justin Trudeau that Canadians are ready for basic income. So stand behind your Green MPs, and if you're not voting federally for them, at least vote locally. Because Green is doing great things to make a difference. Now, under the Liberal plan, many Canadians are falling through the cracks. A basic guaranteed income is the only way to protect everyone from a vital step in ensuring a just recovery from COVID-19. And that was an email sent out by Joanne Roberts, the interim leader of the Green Party of Canada. That's not just me spouting off. These are legitimate plans. And conservative financial plans, a plan that will benefit all Canadians. Those small businesses out there, they can thank Green for pushing to ensure that those businesses had their relief. And anyway, thank you. I hope that a lot of this is really helping other people